Hi, guys. Good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate them. And I am now actually physically back. I am still taping a few days early because I have an early appointment on this morning that you'll see this, the 25th. So I am now home as of last night. It's all like a weird thing because I'm days ahead in these tapings. But I traveled, got home, I'm back home safe, and now we are doing the all signs reading, collective consciousness reading of the energy that is afoot for Friday, the 25th of March. Those of you that watch my channel, you know that it is to be used when you see it. Do not get stuck on the date. If you're watching this on a different date and it still makes sense, then it is your reading. If it doesn't make sense or it doesn't fit your life, that's okay. Nothing's wrong or broken. You might just be working on something different than the rest of the majority of people that will view this video over time. The videos are always timeless in that sense. I believe that spirit or our higher self gets us the messages when we need them rather than when they were created for. So trust in that. Couple things I want you to do or know. Check out the drop down menu underneath the video. Just some simple house rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing my videos. Also, how to get in contact with me for a private reading or information on what decks I use and just things I want you to keep in mind when watching my videos, okay? We want these videos to support you in the intuition and ideas that you already have, not necessarily make the decisions for you. You're in charge and responsible for your own decisions after having watched any of my videos. So, for Friday, the 25th of March, and March just like disappeared. Let's see what is going on. We have the Seven of Cups. Strange card to end this week on because we've kind of had a powerful week. And as I look at the notes from the week, because I do keep notes as to what's going on, the Seven of Cups represents, sevens, first off, represent taking the time to make a conscious choice, like choosing something. That's how I see the Seven of anything. It's like, whether it's around our emotions, the Seven of Cups, which would be that, where we're emotionally drawn, what is reality, what is, the Seven of Cups essentially is confusion. Like, it's an emotional confusion card. It's about having one too many choices at the buffet and not knowing which one to go, which path to take, which choice to take. And it's interesting to me because when I look at my notes, a few days ago when I was filming these, we had the Queen of Swords, which would be all about logic the day prior to this card. So somehow we've lost our logic in the process of, and that might be due to allowing too much emotion into our situations, whatever they may be, right? If we find ourselves emotionally pulled into a situation that matters to us, maybe we're slightly more nervous or afraid that we're going to make the wrong decision, which is a very human nature thing. It's not wrong, it's not bad, but it does create like pressure, confusion, emotionality, and that's what this card would represent. The seven aspect of this card to me is about kind of clearing away, still trying to reach for that Queen of Swords that we saw yesterday, still trying to reach for that clarity that we had throughout the star. Remember also the midweek card, right? This is the 25th is now Friday. We're coming out of that Gemini Lovers card. Didn't we have the Lovers? We had a really intense Sunday reading. You can refer back to the Sunday reading in the bottom left-hand corner at the end of this video. We had the Star, the Lovers, and then the Ten of Cups, right? So we're in this Cups energy, right? And we saw the Ten of Cups just a few days ago, I believe, too. Was it yesterday? Oh, no, 2 days ago. Oh, so you guys are going to hear this. Yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm 2 days ahead of readings. So we've lost the logic a little bit. And we've got caught back up in the emotions. And that's okay. But what we need to do is we need to be discerning, right, as best we can, even amidst the confusion. And we need to try and find our way through the confusion and the emotionality and really contemplate how things feel for us, right? Because ultimately this is a cups card. It's water, right? It's that feelings, emotions stuff. And remember, our energy is what's like key this week. This energy on Malachite, right? Are we doing things from a place of fear? Are we doing things from a place of love? Are we creating from, you know, I don't know, spaces of like looking at where we're creating from is going to indicate to us probably which decisions are right, which decisions may be wrong, which decisions we could potentially be leading, ourselves towards not necessarily bad outcomes, but outcomes that we don't want, right? If we are dwelling in like the resentment, the fear, the worry, I have a tendency to do that as a Pisces because I'm always looking at both sides of the coin, and sometimes I can drive myself crazy with it. And that's part of the reason why this card is part of the water signs, I think, because we're notorious for doing this. But ultimately, you have a choice here, and the choice is yours to make, and you have to kind of clear your feelings, check your feelings, try and call back that Queen of Swords energy that we saw from yesterday. Think about things logically, but also emotionally, right? Does it feel right? Which cup do we choose, right? Which cup is going to runneth over for us? We have that 10 of Cups energy underneath this. So to me, it feels like there's a lot riding on this for us. It could be our, the 10 of Cups, which we saw twice this week. We also saw the Star twice this week, is about that happily ever after. So to me, it says that the decision we're trying to make this week is hinging on something very important for us emotionally, right? And that importance creates possibly the pressure of this confusion or what if I make the wrong decision or what if I make the wrong choice? But we have to understand that there are no wrong choices ultimately in the end. Whatever choice we make, we realign, the universe and everything adapts to it, and we move through it. Like even when we've made poor choices or bad choices in the past, we not survived them, learned from them, and grown from them ultimately? And so that's kind of how I look at it. I'm not trying to tell you to go out and make bad choices, but I'm trying to tell you don't be in fear. Easier said than done, even for myself, but trying not to be in fear, worry, anything that's like hinky or funky. If you're allowing that to be your guide or your driving force behind you when you're trying to get to the 10 of Cups, more than likely, it's not going to help. But the 10 of Cups underrides this. So ultimately, I want to believe that this 10 of Cups is going to guide us in the right direction if we are looking at our energy, if we are checking our feelings, if we are really trying to sort through the importance and the confusion of whatever it is we're working with around whatever situation we're working on. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you guys. I know it's broad, but it's for a lot of you. Here we go. Boom. Potential. New card for us. I love it because it's a mountain, right? So it looks like a challenge to climb. And that's sort of the challenge we see in the 7 of Cups. But there's also like this plume of smoke coming off of it, it looks like to me. And it may not be smoke, but to me, it almost looks like a volcano. And why I say that is it looks like there's an opportunity here to like maybe erupt, change, move forward with heat, with passion, with desire, with like to me this feels very positive, even though it's it's giving me volcano vibes. Like at any moment, this challenge that we face could transform into something powerful, fiery, passionate, exciting. Yes, slightly, yes, volcanoes are dangerous, but they also create new, landscapes. When the magma flows, land is built essentially once it hardens and the landscape transforms and changes. And that to me is interesting in the word potential, right? There's potential not only for us to traverse the mountain that we see in front of us and to do so sort of in the dark of night, which is sort of the confusion of the 7 of Cups, but the potential that's there is really what's key. And we need to kind of hook on to that and allow that to maybe be the guide of our energy. It's like, what do we ultimately want? And then stay with that and sort of dwell in that potential, dwell in that possibility, and allow that to clear away the clouds. Let me read potential to you guys. And yesterday was taking risks as I look at the notes because we're still a day off. So it's interesting to me. It's telling us to take some risks. Volcano, it is a volcano. Okay, I can see. I thought it was a regular mountain. Volcano at rest. Rest. Volcanoes erupt in places where the earth plates meet and where there are cracks through which lava emerges, either explosively or by flowing more slowly down a cinder cone. Even when a volcano is at rest, there's always the possibility of a huge eruption. There is the potential of great power. There are very few things on this planet more commanding than an erupting volcano. The archetypal personality of a volcano is one of a wild, unpredictable, and formidable energy. The sacred landscape wants you to know. And that actually, the volcano kind of associates a bit with Aries, right? Because Aries is I demand, fire sign, the child of the zodiac, like moves quickly, doesn't necessarily, you know, stop and take things in. I have an Aries rising and I can be extremely impulsive in moments and make split second decisions that forever change my, trajectory. And then I look at them and I go, I fear them sometimes and I go, oh my God, was that a mistake? But none of them have been a mistake thus far. Everything has taught me something ultimately when I look back upon it. The sacred landscape wants you to know. This card appears when you are ready to activate your potential and step into your strength. This is the time to activate those gifts that you have had on the back burner in your life. You have incredible untapped potential. This is the time to allow it to flow. An inner wellspring of power is emerging. You have a profound spiritual power that is deep within you. Do not doubt your great authority and capabilities. A dormant volcano might indicate that you have uncomfortable emotions that you are repressing or keeping inside, thus creating emotional stress and inner pressure. It can also mean that you are on the verge of a great expansion of energy and life force. Well, fuck yeah, I'm all for that. Let's go to the grounding stone. And the grounding stone, okay, guys, is on Snowflake Obsidian. And the only reason why I know that this is Snowflake Obsidian is there's this little piece of snowflake on there, right? But it's predominantly black. It's predominantly obsidian. And the reason why I think this word energy is showing back up, and the reason why I have two energies in here, one is associated with the heart chakra and compassion, but this is showing back up to remind us that where we're creating from deep from within our subconscious, how we're feeling is how we're creating around our situations. And then when these situations sort of erupt or change or shift, and they change in ways that we don't necessarily want, we have to go back and look at like, well, how are we feeling about this when we were looking at it, contemplating it, and making the decisions we've made? Were we going in faith and trust that no matter what happened, we would be okay? Or were we going in fear and reluctance? And so I feel like today's grounding stone is reminding us again, not only to ground in our energy, right? And reminding us of the malachite energy stone from earlier in this week, but the black of the snowflake obsidian is about the fact that snowflake obsidian, all obsidian, protects you from negative energy. It's a very, very protective and grounding stone that even though it's black, it takes you to the depths of like sort of who you are and what is sort of in your way, what doesn't work for you, and it clears it away. So grounding in your energy today, ground, even if it feels confused, even if it feels perplexed, even if it feels worried, grounding in that and then using the truth of your subconscious, the truth of your true potential to guide you in your decision making today may be key. And I think that keeping that in mind is going to be something that will help you to make the decisions that need to come to pass so that you can achieve not only this card potential, right? And some of you might have some eruptions that change the landscape, and those eruptions might feel different or scary or, but ultimately it's leading you to your potential. And you need to remember that. Right? You need to sort of have your energy indicate that, even from in the depths of like, to me, the black of the snowflake obsidian is like our subconscious energy at this point, not just our heart-centered energy, but what's in the backs of our brains, right? Bringing that forward and letting the light shine on it. and then making our decisions from there. That is your forecast for the day. Thank you so much. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Share the video out. Subscribe to the channel. Comment, leave questions, all of that sort of stuff. I really appreciate each and every one of you for viewing. Please tune in. Please tell your friends about me and help me grow the channel. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow to see how this week ends out. Have a wonderful day and take care. Bye-bye.